Alright, Super Farmer Brothers, we're finally back. We got a big project going on, but that doesn't stop us today. Kung Lao.
Kung Lao?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you notice how much higher I ranked him than Liu Kang? See, isn't he much cooler than Liu Kang? Like, if you had to pick a main character, like, who's more original? A Bruce Lee ripoff or a guy that kills people with a sharp hat?
I like Kung Lao. I think he's an interesting, kind of good guy, human, normal-looking character.
Now, here's the thing. In Mortal Kombat 2, which was kind of like, had like the dark, cool thing going on, Mortal Kombat 2's always got the coolest feel to it. Kung Lao seemed kind of scary to me. He seemed like that like, guy who doesn't talk. He had like kind of a Vampire Hunter D feel, like a Clint Eastwood, like gunslinger, like he doesn't talk.
Why did you get that vibe?
Because he had the thing where the hat goes over the eyes. You don't see his eyes at all. And he seemed like, even though he's a good guy, he seemed kind of like an anti-hero. But then later on, they just make him like the sidekick to Liu Kang, where he's always like, but I should be, like he's always trying to step out of the shadow. He's like Daffy Duck with Bugs Bunny. He's like, how come I'm not as popular? I can do this. So I didn't like the way they took the character, but I think he's really cool. I don't really use him, but I respect his design.
I mean, he's definitely more original than somebody like Liu Kang, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he's a really cool, good guy character, and works with all that kung fu stuff. And I like his moves. I don't use them, but yeah.
And the odd job hat thing going on.
Yeah. Took it to another level. Okay. Well, that's about all we get to say about him. Anyway, sticking with the K's, because Mortal Kombat like their K's and S's. Cabal. He won.
Isn't his face all fucked up?
Yeah, his face is all fucked up, so he wears that mask. Not just to like hide how ugly he is, but to survive.
Oh, he uses it just to breathe or something?
Yeah, he has a bunch of stuff on him to breathe. So he used to be in Kano's Black Dragon clan too. Of all those like outlaw mercenary guys. Mm-hmm. But then he kind of went solo. They changed like his story around a lot. He's got the cool hook sword things he fights with.
Yeah.
And, you know, I like that he wasn't like a typical good guy, but wasn't like a typical bad guy. He was like kind of in between, and he didn't survive off that. I don't like in Mortal Kombat 9 how he's like, he was a bad guy, then he became a cop, then he got all burnt up. I'm like, first of all, this is too convoluted. Second of all, the way they made him get all burned up in the story of Mortal Kombat 9 was just like so random. Like Kintaro was just like rampaging through the city and just shoots fire on him, and then like, and that's it. They could have built up so much more, like a reason he got, like if you were, it's just like he has like no ill will towards, he's not like focused on getting back at Kintaro or anything. It's just like, how about Kintaro does it? He breathes fire. So I thought that was dumb.
So what's his whole deal? Why is he even involved now?
I don't know. Sometimes like he fights with the Black Dragon, against the Red Dragon, against the Red Dragon. Like there was an original storyline, the new storyline. Like there's just so much shit with it. It's not important enough. Like they're not focused enough on that character. He's like a B or C character.
Well, he's very original.
Yeah, he's cool enough. Yeah, like we know enough about his story, enough about his design to kind of give him the 31 spot. Okay, moving on. All right, now you like this character a lot. A new character, a female woman character. Devora. That's right.
Devora's badass.
Yeah, she's original. New design, way better than a lot of the 3D designs that came out, and that's why she's way higher ranked than them.
Not just some hot ninja chick.
Now, I would think you wouldn't like her.
Why?
Well, she, killed your favorite character, Baraka, in the story. Remember?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with whether I like her or not.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
that made me not like her though. And it's not even my favorite, not even one of my favorite characters. But I was like, man, they're killing one of Matt's favorite characters. So I got more upset than you. That's like if some girl cheated on you, and I'm more mad about it than you are.
I'll get over it.
Yeah. Should you be more pissed off about this? You need to go drink.
She's pretty badass, though. I mean, like, if I remember correctly, doesn't she like? She's plotting something the whole time.
Yeah, they do that. I think whoever writes the stories has a lot of issues with women because they're always making the women betray people. It's just like Tanya is always betraying and Lee May betraying.
That's fucking like Adam and Eve. Eve betrayed Adam.
Oh, okay. It goes back. It harkens back to the original days of storytelling.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I like a lot of stuff about it. There's only like a couple of issues I have besides the Baraka thing. I feel like she got she's got the reptile thing going on where I feel like she could be less gross. Like, I know that, like, hey, let's just go all the way with it. But it's like, man, it's just like, it's just so much. And I feel like those legs that come out of her, you know, don't make any sense. Like how she's got these, like, legs, but it's like, I don't know, like, she's got, like, normal human legs, but then she's got, like, just like normal insect legs. So I felt like that part of the design was kind of weird.
Weird, or you didn't like it?
Yeah, I didn't like it. And I didn't like that she had like high heel feet. I thought that was kind of weird. But maybe she manipulated her feet to be like that. But whatever. She's a cool enough character. Maybe I should have ranked her a little bit higher, but that's where I gave her. Now,
well, let's see who
number 28. Now, this design could be seen as lazy, and there's not much to do with the story or the character, and I don't even really use this character, but I just like him better. I would choose him more.
It's got to be a ninja.
Kind of Ninja Cowboy, Aaron Black,
okay.
Number 28.
I think he's got a neat look. I don't
exactly.
There's not very much story to him from what I remember.
Yeah, they need to do more, but that's not his fault. But yeah, I know. I do think it looks stupid to be fighting with revolvers and pistols and shooting people in the face with a revolver. Mm-hmm. But then the character I just mentioned fights with their hair. Mm-hmm. And other people use hook swords and electrocute people and shoot fireballs and stab them with blades out of their hand. So I'm like, well, then I guess you can shoot people with revolvers at that point.
Yeah, but like, the only thing about revolvers is like, why would you do revolver? I think you're going too hard. There's a little hardcore on the whole cowboy theme.
Yeah,
it's like he's already got the Western look, and I think that's about all you need to do with it. And like, why would he use revolvers?
I would like it if they didn't like use revolvers in like close combat. Like he does a throw where he throws you on the ground. Mm-hmm. And then he just keeps shooting you in the face with it. Like, it'd be okay if he shot you from a distance, because then you could use a little bit of imagination. You'd be like, well, maybe he just clipped him on the shoulder, or maybe he just hit him on the side of the arm. But when you're shooting him point blank in the face over and over and over, I'm like, okay, you're dead.
Well, come on. Let's be serious for a minute. Let's think about whether, like, when you get your meter all the way up, hit L and R.
Yeah, it's the X-rays.
And all that shit. So,
yeah,
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, I know. It's just going to be really hard if they ever made a Mortal Kombat movie. Like, how do you work Aaron Black into that? I don't know. Anyway, let's move forward. This next character is a character that I like a lot. And doesn't get the respect he's due. But I feel like he could be a really big character if they keep putting the work into him. And that is number 27, Raiko.
Raiko. He's got a lot of potential for sure.
Especially what they do with him in the comic, man. It's like, that's how they need to do Raiko. Like, I love it.
Yeah, when I saw a few of those comics on YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be like the next bad guy.
Yeah, his character. That's what he's trying to be. The next his character, his story, his look, his design, everything. They made him so badass. And he should have been in the last game. Hopefully they bring him back in the next one. But goddamn, man, they made him so badass. And I love his ambition. Like you could see him wearing that Shao Kahn helmet, and it just fits like the armor he wears and everything. Like he's just trying to usurp the throne and take it over. And I've always liked those kind of characters, like Starscream and Transformers. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, I like how he's trying to take over Megatron's.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to like Triple H because he was always trying to take over stuff until he actually did. Then I didn't like him anymore. But I always like those kind of scheming characters that are always trying to take over. And he did such a great job with that. He was like working Melina. He was fighting against Kotal Khan. He was using Goro to help him. He was using Havoc to help him.
Was he working Melina like in a relationship?
Yes. He was like fucking his way to the top.
Man, he really did put the effort in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Melina.
Yeah,
did
exactly.
she wear a mask the whole time or not?
No. And
is that where they put a bag over the head or not?
And what's cool is I think Tanya is trying to do that also. I think she's fucking Melina also.
Tanya?
Yeah, because in one of the intros it says like somebody calls Tanya Melina's concubine. You're like, oh, are you still Melina's concubine? Like that. So I mean, it's kind of apparent that she's just like willing to do whatever she has to fuck her way to the top. Also, but we're not. We already talked about Tanya. We're talking about Raiko. So I don't know. I really hope, and if they put him in the game, they could give him like a fighting style called like Shao Kahn style or something like that, where he fights like a weaker version of Shao Kahn. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So much you can do with it. Okay, moving forward. Number 26, Smoke.
Smoke, huh?
Uh-huh.
So what's so cool about him other than he's a ninja character?
Or he's a robot character. Or he's a ninja robot character.
Yeah, Cyber Smoke, that's right.
Or he teams up with Noob Saibot, with Noob Smoke. In one of the games. Or he's becoming a Nimra, a smoke god that he calls himself in part 10, and in part 9's ending, it shows that's where he got his original powers.
I don't know much about him story-wise. I think him and Sub-Zero have some kind of history, right?
Yeah, he's in the Lin Kuei clan. He's like really good friends with Sub-Zero. The Lin Kuei clan is weird. It's hard to say fast. Lin Kuei clan.
Lin Kuei clan. Yes,
don't even try that twice. The Lin Kuei clan. Oh God, Lin Kuei. Okay,
shut up.
So everybody's blue. Sub-Zero's blue. His younger brother, Tundra, who becomes the other Sub-Zero, is blue. And then if you look at all the people that are in the clan, it's usually all blue. But then, like, Cyrex is yellow, Sector is red, and Smoke is gray. I was like, what the fuck? Did you just, like, adopt these guys and put them in there? So, I don't know. But anyway, so Smoke was, like, sacrificed to, like, some kind of smoke god, a Nimra, and then a Nimra got in his body, so that's how he got the powers. But then, like, now that he's, like, dead and he's a Spectre, kind of like how Hanzo Hisashi became Scorpion or Bihan became Noob Saibot, it's like now he's, like, become a Nimra. Or whatever. So that now he's almost taken like a third character. So he's gone through so many character changes.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah. And he was always kind of a cool character, like Smoking. I just didn't like the way they gave him that long gray hair in part 9. It was like...
I thought it was interesting to kind of change him up instead of just a general vanilla ninja look with a specific color.
I know. I realize that, but I still think like the ninjas are just cooler. Just the way it looks, you know? But... I mean, it was an interesting. I thought that'd be okay for an alternative costume, but I just like the normal Smoke look way more. But it's whatever. It's a cool look. It's not for everybody, but he's got the robot version also, and that's kind of cool also.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. I'd be a good politician. Mm-hmm. But he's also a robot. And that's cool.
Okay, but what about story-wise? Well, who is Smoke? I mean,
remember,
you told me that.
Smoke.
But
Smoke got captured by the Lin Kuei when Sector was teaming up with the Lin Kuei initiative to turn everybody into robots. So they forced Cyrax to become a robot, and then they eventually captured Smoke and turned him into a robot also. But then in the new version, Sub-Zero stops them from getting Smoke, and then he becomes a robot. But then he gets killed, and then he comes back to life. So now he went from Sub-Zero's brother to be taking over Sub-Zero's role to becoming a cyborg to dying to becoming human and then taking over the clan. But we're not even on Sub-Zero right now. We'll do that later.
Does Smoke have any rivalries?
Well, right now he's dead, so he just hates. He hates all the good guys. But when he's alive, he hates Sector.
Okay.
And whoever the Lin Kuei tells him. But that's Smoke. I think he's a cool character. He's always got smoke coming out of him. You gotta like that. Alright, number 25. Jaded. You got your mama's smile, but you're just not a child for me.
Yes. That did not help me like this character.
You almost liked it, then I did that and ruined it.
We're talking Jade?
Yeah.
Okay. Green ninja chick uses a staff, and I think she worked for, like, she's a bodyguard.
Yeah, Katana. Yeah.
Okay.
And Sindel, when she's alive, part of Edenium. Now, I like these other characters more, but I'm ranking her higher just because she's got more universal appeal. I respect that, and I love her moveset.
Universal appeal in what way?
Like, more people are gonna like Jade than Raiko. Like, I understand because Raiko's barely been in it and he hasn't done enough, but I feel like a lot of potential. Right? And, Devora, she's cool, but I just like Jade more because Devora just grosses me out so much. And Sindel, she's cool, but I barely ever use her. And she's got to have a cool look, but she's also kind of boring to me at the same time. Whereas Jade, I love using Jade. She's got the coolest moveset. She fights with a bow staff. She fights with a bladed Xena boomerang thing. Mm-hmm. And that Johnny Cage dash kick thing she has, and she has this thing where she goes through projectiles. Like, she's just so much fucking fun to play. And I love that she's like kind of the badass fighter. So like, if you're protecting Katana, then how badass do you have to be? Because she's already a warrior on her own, and a warrior that has a bodyguard, then you must be really badass. So I always thought Jade was kind of a cool character. I just can't tell what race she is. Is she white? Is she black? Is she Hispanic? Is she Middle Eastern? Is she Asian? I don't know. They change her so much. Like, she's like Tanya. She's always changing races. I don't know what is going on with her. Anything to say about her?
Yeah, I didn't know much. Now I know.
Now you know. Okay. Well, here's a character that you like, and I don't know how much you know about them, but you're going to learn out. Number 24. Purple rain, purple rain.
This is not making me like the character.
I'm just gonna sing every character into this.
Rain. Now he's one of my characters for sure. Yeah. Okay. So another character they should have had on part 10.
Yeah.
Not just his AI and story, but fucking playable.
Well, here's a weird. Like, so in part 9, he's in the game, but he's not in the story. In part 10, he's in the story, but he's not in the game. So hopefully in 11, he's both. He's in the story, in the game. And they went back with his Armageddon design. In part 9, they gave him like back kind of like a ninja, he had looked kind of like the Shredder. He had kind of that design. So I think both are cool. But yeah, that new Armageddon design, or the one they brought back in 10, like, that gives him kind of that regal prince look. So he's purple, name is Rain, and he's a prince. So he's got all the Prince Purple Rain thing going on. They like that. So he's a half god. He's not just a normal ninja. So, well, I mean, Smoke's got some god in him, and Rain is a half god. Like, his father is an actual god. So he wants to take over. Like, he's from Medina, he wants to take over that, but he wants to take over everything. He wants to do what Shao Kahn's doing. He like wants all this ambition and stuff. So
maybe he will be.
He's playing Melina. Yeah, he didn't die, and he was playing Melina just like how Tanya's playing Melina, and Raiko was playing Melina.
Everybody's fucking Melina.
Yeah, he probably was. That's what Melina was like, too trusting. They were getting fucked with, but she's also kind of paranoid.
She might not be. She might be playing all of them.
Who knows?
There's room for a lot of fucking chaos in the next one.
Yeah, and that's what pissed me. Yeah, but there was a lot of room in the last game, and they fucked it up. But the good news is the guy that wrote the comic for Mortal Kombat, that comic book we read, and the guy who and he also wrote the Injustice 2 storyline. He's writing this storyline, so it's probably going to be good.
God.
Yeah, it might actually be good. But yeah, hopefully Rain gets fleshed out even more, because I feel like there's a lot of potential, and I feel like he's never got his just due. I feel like he was always like, of all the ninjas, I always feel like he's pushed furthest back. You know, you got your Sub-Zeros and Scorpions up here, and then it's like Reptile, and then it's Smoke, Noob Saibot, and Ermac, and then Rain's like way far out there.
Rain and Chameleon, yeah.
Rain, Chameleon, Trimmer, and all that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Trimmer, number 23, Trimmer.
I didn't know anything about this guy's existence until part 10.
Yeah. Well,
he's a pretty cool character. I like his design on part 10. I'm just going to go with part 10, how I know what he looks like. He looks really cool. He's got some cool moves.
Yeah. I mean, ninjas are always cool. We can always agree on that. You're never going to go wrong with a ninja. Now, he looks different because he's like the most buff of all the ninjas. He's like a big, stout, solid, and he should be. He's made out of earth. And I like how they do all the different stuff. You could be like molten lava earth, or just rock earth, or crystalline earth, or gold metallic. So he's got all the different
elements.
Yeah, elements to it. He's really buff, and he takes himself serious, but he also, there's a little comedy stuff, because at the end he'll have these little one-liners like "Let's rock" and stuff like that.
Does it tickle your fancy?
I mean, I think he'll do that if you do a brutality, like you throw a boulder and knocks their legs off, and then he does stuff like that. He had the coolest brutalities also, and he's a huge Johnny Cage fan.
Is he?
Yeah, like if you match that with Johnny Cage, he's like, I like your. He talks about how he likes his movies. I like your movies, Mr. Cage, or something like that. He's like, another fan. He's like, I'll try not to hurt you too bad, or something like that. So usually I don't like that comedy shit, but if they were able to make it work with Trimmer, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
And now you said you didn't know Trimmer. Nobody knew Trimmer because he was from
one of those other games.
Yeah, Special Forces. Yeah. He's like, hey, how can we make a game worse than Sub-Zero Mythologies? I got it.
Really? It was worse? Because I watched a video on how bad Sub-Zero Mythologies was, and I remember playing it.
Yeah. You know why you haven't watched the video on Special Force? Because it's so bad people won't even make a video about how bad it is.
Oh, I'm sure there's one out there.
Now, he was in that. Okay? Mm-hmm. And now he just got brought back. So unless you were a huge fan of like Mortal Kombat stuff or played bad games, then you wouldn't know who this guy is.
Was that kind of like the game that you and Jacob played?
Which game was that?
You guys played something where you played as Liu Kang and...
No, that was actually a good game. That was
But was it supposed to be like that? Was it like an adventure game? Where you
yeah, but it's more like a one-player one. You have to watch a YouTube video after this, and you'll see what it is.
All right.
But yeah, Trimmer, great character. There's room for growth there, but I'm scared because he's a DLC character. They might not put him in the next one. Like it was just a one-time thing. But hopefully they do more with him. I like him. He's also in the Black Dragon clan. He's one of Kano's guys. So finally, Kano has somebody else in the Black. There's always the Black Dragon clan. The Black Dragon. Well, where the fuck is that clan? All I ever see is Kano. I saw Jarek that one time, and they brought.
They can get along with Kano.
Kira and Cobra, but they suck, and they made one-time appearances because they suck so badly. Okay, moving on. Final one of the top of 32 through 22. Number 22, Kotal Khan.
Kotal Khan. Very interesting design. I like the Aztec kind of god design he's got. And I know the story, he's the one that kind of influenced that whole Aztec looking thing. Yeah, he's a badass. I like him. He was a very good add to Mortal Kombat series, I think. Design-wise and story. I just think it was not enough. The whole story of Mortal Kombat 10 didn't let him do his whole thing.
In the comics, it was really good because he's doing a whole Civil War thing with Melina and having a good side. They're both trying to recruit the Shokin race and who they're going to side with. They side with Melina. And then you got Raiko, was one of Kotal Khan's generals, turns against him, and they're both trying to get Ermac on their side and who's going to do all that. And he's brutal, but he's not evil.
Right.
And he was one of Shao Kahn's best, soldiers and generals. So he usurped it because he felt like he was better for it, even though Melina was the rightful heir to it. He's got a great name and look. I mean, if you got Khan in your name, you're going to be awesome.
Badass for sure.
Yeah. And you look like that. The only things I have problems with are two, that they made him a jobber in the game. Like, Kung Jin just beats the shit out of him, and Jackie beats him up, and who else beats him up? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I feel like it's fine you can fight him in the game and beat him to progress in the story, but I feel like that shouldn't be part of the story. Like you beat him, but then when it comes to the story, it's like maybe I don't know, you hit him just right to where he drops knee and you can escape or something.
Yeah, like they made him way too. He's definitely not Shao Kahn. You're not going to do that with Shao Kahn. Yeah. Another problem I have with him is his skin. He's got green skin, right?
Okay.
I love that.
Okay, what's wrong with it?
They say if you read his biography thing in the game, they say that's his war paint that he wears. So
what is he supposed to be? Just be like?
Yeah, then what the fuck is this race? Just a bunch of big humans that paint their skin all the fucking time and always walk around green? They need to retcon that. You made something accidentally cool by making us believe that's how they naturally look, and then humans try to make themselves look like this guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Don't give me this bullshit about that's all war paint. You need to fix that and say that never happened and that's his actual skin color.
Yeah, agreed.
But if they start making him walk around like his alternate costume where he looks just like he's in a movie Apocalypto, then that's not going to work for me, all right? And it's been so hard to bring this out because I could switch these guys around so many times. Even when I'm saying it, I'm like, oh, well, maybe he could be higher than her. Maybe she could go higher. But I just got to make a list. I mean, I could switch around these guys so much. They're all awesome characters.
We could always make another one.
Yeah, but the next 10 are going to be even better. Most of them. And we got 2 more to go. So thanks for tuning in. If you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments and tell us who you'd like to make a list of next.
Yeah.